Hey, honey bunny, how are you? Happy Monday. I don't have long because I really wasn't even supposed to be home. I just came home to get some packages that had gotten delivered. We had a couple of break-ins in their not in the homes, but in people's cars at night. You leave your door unlocked, and we don't know if it's kids or adults or whatever. But had a few break-ins, and so when I saw I had a couple of packages delivered, I had to come on home and just go on and bring it in the house. And so I said, you know what, perfect time. Let me go ahead on and take a quick break and um, just give you a good word God just gave to me. It's just funny. It's funny. But I was just thinking about, I was talking to somebody earlier and they were talking about, something that they learned. It was in church. They had just learned something and they were sharing it with me. And even though I was like, wow, that's great. I was just thinking, they just not talking about that. Right. And I hate I'm not being critical and judgmental and stuff, but it was just like, wow, that's crazy. And that's why I always pray for an on time word. I said, because an on time word is very important. It's very important to get you don't want a word too late. You know what I mean? So I always pray, God, give me an on time word, a right now word, a word that's going to push me to my destiny, my future, whatever you have for me. I need a right now word. I don't want something late, you know, and I know you really don't give us nothing early because we can't handle it, but I don't want nothing late. I want something on time. And maybe that was on time for this person, but I felt like God, what she was sharing with me, I had already received weeks ago. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So imagine, imagine we were slaves because this really happened. Imagine. And I'm in the north and you in the south, and I get news first, and I'm free. I'm free. And weeks later, you finally figuring it out. You free. Somebody finally tell you, ain't that crazy? That's really crazy. That's hurtful. That's hard. But you stay bound up longer. I don't want to stay bound up long. I want freedom right now, and I want a word right now to free me. I want a word right now that's gonna elevate me. I want a word right now that's gonna push me. That's gonna speak to my situation. That's gonna bring healing. That's gonna bring, whatever it is. That's what I need, and I want it now. I don't want it late. And now everybody else done got the word, and they done free, and they already, you know, processing. They're already living in whatever it is, and I'm getting it late because I'm attached to the wrong people. I'm in the wrong place. Good, ain't it? That's good. And so I said, oh my God, the on time is a real thing when it comes down to the word of God. Having an on time word is real because if you get something late, that means that's extra time. Excuse me, that's extra time that you in something that you didn't have to be in if you was in the right place, attached to the right people, you know, having the right leader, the right church, the right whatever, you would be in a better place sooner than later, you know. And so I just said, well, to God be the glory for everything that He's done, because I'm telling you, what she was explaining to me, I was like, oh my God, I talked about that weeks ago. Weeks ago, I was talking about that same thing that she was sharing with me, and I was like, y'all just not talking about that. And so I was like, wow. Now I'm already operating in what God spoke weeks ago. And now they're just figuring it out and just now starting in it. So they're behind. And so it's just, you don't ever want to be late. You don't want to be behind and everybody else, and you'll never, so that's a horrible feeling, to be behind and to be late, getting news late. You ever heard something and be like, girl, I heard that weeks ago. You're like, what? Am I just finding out? Or you find out somebody, you know, died or whatever. Girl, I didn't find out. But, it's like, what the heck? Where I been? And that's kind of how, I was thinking today, like, where you been? Where these people been? That you just now, talking about this. And so, um, it's just so important to be attached to people that are forward thinking, forward moving, especially if you're in a church, just Bible based. Somebody, a leader that's going to challenge your faith, that's going to push you, that's really hearing from God, that's really spending time before God and really trying to get a word for their people. Like, really not afraid to preach the gospel and, you know, let the gospel do what it's supposed to do. You ain't got to do nothing else but preach it. And so I just felt like, wow, and that's why I love being a leader, even just on the job, because I knew stuff before a lot of other people knew about it, and my soldiers knew about it before a lot of, you know what I'm saying? So I was always able to get them ready for when something came. They already knew what was coming down the pipeline because I already knew, you know? And so ain't nothing like being ready, right? And so that's where I'm going with this. If you gotta be ready, okay, so you don't have to get ready, because when blessings come, you don't have time to be like, oh, hold on for a minute, let me research that, let me think about it, let me pray about it. No, you gotta be ready, okay, because some things will pass you by. It really will. It'll pass you by because you ain't ready. So I just wanted to share that with you. Just get connected. Connect yourself. You nothing more powerful than you praying and you having a relationship with God. But don't be a lone ranger. Submit to a leader. Submit to a church. Go to church. If you can't attend, and go online. But have you a church home. You don't have to join. I know I joined my church, but I joined by way of Christian Spirit, just under watch care. And because again, it's not really going to be my home, at least I don't think for now. But you know me, I don't like just joining churches and joining church. So it's like, okay, I'm there for under watch care. And I'm just going to keep, going because it's feeding my soul where I am. And I've seen growth. So you want to go where you can grow, and they operate under basic biblical principles, and they teaching you some good stuff. And some stuff might be out of the box. But I'm telling you, when there's somebody connected to God, go ahead on and, receive and know that you are getting a word that's right now for you right now. And you getting just stuff that ain't even happened yet. It ain't coming down the line. It's coming down the line, but it ain't happened yet. You getting news about stuff that's coming. And the crazy thing is, a lot of people getting news about stuff that's already here. And you don't want to be those people. You find some shoes that's out and you get excited about buying these shoes and you're like, oh girl, I had them last season. Where you been? Just all kind of stuff, you see on TV or whatever case may be. And it's like, yeah, I already know, you don't want to be, you don't want to be one of those people where you get in the news late and you still in slavery, you still in bondage because you ain't get the news. So pray that God give you on time words and get connected with somebody that's connected with God, that's going to, keep you connected with a rhema word, a right now, on time word, a word for your future that's gonna get you there. And it ain't gonna be late. It ain't gonna be a late news. It's gonna be on time. And so you gonna be up to date. You gonna be prepared for stuff, and your journey is gonna go a lot smoother if you just get that on time word. So I know this was a quick one. It was, it wasn't that exciting, but it's powerful in the sense of, you really want to be on time. You don't want to receive no news late. You don't want to be left behind. You don't want to be out of the loop, whatever all that stuff is. You don't want that. You want to be a part of the crowd that's like moving with what's going on, and you're ahead, and God has given us the ability to be ahead, but you got to stay connected. You don't want to be late. You don't want to be the part of that crowd. You don't want to be a part, so, continue to pray that God send you to a good church home. But in the meantime, stay connected, read your word, pray, and find you a church home, whether it be online or whatever, just so you can stay connected, because it ain't nothing like hearing a word from God that's going to push you like further out front. And then you're going to see a lot of people lagging in the back. Like, what is wrong with them? What's wrong with them? Right. Yeah. So, anyway, I just wanted to leave you that message and let you know I love you. And I can't wait to just share your growth and, see what God is going to do in your life, because He's going to do something great. He's going to do something amazing as long as you stay connected. Okay? And don't be with somebody that's going to give you some late news now. Okay? Don't get with somebody that's going to give you tea. Tea is about stuff already happened. Coffee for the early birds. Love you.